Hey y'all, welcome to a new video. If things look a little different, it's the new camera. I got a new camera. I didn't have a video last week because I was dealing with some technical problems. So now here we are, and it's a story. So I'm gonna just put on some makeup. I wanna see what this thing can do. And if I'm looking to the left, it's because I have a little flip screen now, whereas I used to just have my computer and I could kind of look at them together. So it's going to take me a minute to get used to looking directly into a lens, especially when I'm doing my makeup. But that's why we're here. That's why we do the things. So I ordered a couple things from Versed off of Amazon, and it came in this like set with a headband. So I guess I'm a headband during makeup girly now. We'll see. I mean, I don't hate it. I feel kind of like a princess. So I need skincare. I need something on my face to, actually it's pretty moisturized. I want a little bit of sunscreen, even though like I'm not going out for another couple hours. I already went out. I wore a hat. I forgot sunscreen. Is life. This is the Industry hyaluronic acid, which is my favorite. Yes, I have things written on the back of my hand that I don't want to forget. I still write on my hand. If there's something I really need to remember, I put it on my hand. For the longest time, for more than a year or so, I have been using what is it? I've been using this. This was my filming camera for some time. It is a Minolta point and shoot. And my footage didn't look great. And as if you've been watching for the last year, you probably know that. If you have been, thank you for sticking around. We have been in I've been in my awkward teenage years as far as like getting my channel going. I'm gonna use a little bit of the Wet n Wild Glass Correct. My skin have a little bit of a glow. I was having problems with Final Cut Pro importing the footage from my camera, and the person I spoke with is like, oh, hey, you have an iPhone. You can just use your iPhone. 6 hours with Apple Care and another 2 hours in the store to find out I can't. And I was so frustrated. And I was resigned to going like, okay, the Minolta works. It's not ideal, but it'll get the job done. I need something on my lips. I've been going with the Rhode. I've been really enjoying the Rhode multi-peptide thingy. This is clear and flavorless, and it's lovely. Very nice. I did do the Glass Correct. I'm gonna do just a smidgy smooch of... I realize like I'm doing my makeup, so I should probably be looking in a mirror and not just at my monitor, but it's so hard. There's so many new things I'm looking at, and things are in different places, and they're different brightnesses, and they're flashing lights, and oh my God, it's so much. It's just different. Glasses and hairpins and cords and water and brushes and makeup. Oh my. All right. Now that color corrector has had a good long time to sit on my face, let's work it in. So I could not actually use my iPhone with Final Cut Pro. I like to import into QuickTime. So I connect my camera to my computer, open QuickTime, and then use QuickTime as both my monitor and my recording device. And I can plug my microphone right into my computer along with it. And then my audio, video is already synced, ready to go. Makes things so much easier. Did not work for my phone. Do I want like a skin tint or yeah? I'm actually trying to finish. I'm wanting to use the Lisa Eldridge because it's so pretty. But the Fenty is currently in my project pan, so let's use that instead. Trying to get my phone to connect into QuickTime was a 8-hour process that proved after 8 hours fruitless, and I was frustrated, but I was resigned. I was like, okay, well, I tried the things didn't work. I don't really have the budget for a new camera right now. I will just deal. I will be a big girl. I will wear my big girl pants, and I will just deal. So over the weekend, my mom says to me, hey, our landlord's handyman needs to get up into the attic. Behind me is a closet. This is the only access point to the attic. So that means I had to push my space back. I had to take down my background. Like, it's work getting that, but I was able to do it pretty quickly. And in the meantime, I was like, well, he's not here yet. I'm going to see what's in this closet. And lo and behold, I found a small cardboard box that was beaten up and was, what am I looking for? Eyebrows. Let's do eyebrows. I'm going to go in with the clear from ABH. My brows are just unmanageable at this point. I'm going to go in with the clear and then I'll add some pencil later once they've gotten their stuff together. So I get the closet opened and I start going through it. I find this box and it's really heavy. Really heavy. I open it up and inside this bubble mailer are 11 pieces of sterling silver silverware. Serving spoons, forks, and tablespoons. I sat down with a friend who was coming over for dinner that night, and she looked at it and she's like, yeah, these are definitely worth something. If not just for like the melting value of the silver. So I'm gonna let that clear brow gel dry. I want to do contour first. I want to do a contour because I'm playing with the way contour sits on my face. Carve from Hindash. So that was Saturday. Sunday, I hung out with friends. I didn't really worry about anything. First thing, Monday morning, I got up. And by Monday morning, I mean like probably around noon. Around noon. I got up and I took that stuff to the there's a collector's coin and jewelry shop not far from me. So I took that stuff over and I was a little concerned about time because I wanted to be in the ceramics studio by 2. I've been doing ceramics. I've been throwing clay, most of it against the wall and just back into the bag, but that's okay because it's learning experiences. Oh, that's pretty. Okay. Very easy. Very easy. I was in and out of there in 15 minutes, and when I left, I had almost $600 in my pocket. I was stunned. And having the issues I'd been having, my brain was like, okay, this is going to a new camera. And last year, for my birthday, I was looking at a new camera. I couldn't really find anything within my budget, so I just kind of let it be. I wasn't too chuffed about the fact that I was like, okay, new camera's not going to happen right now. Here's my big angled refer brush, because that's the one I want. I did just wash all of my brushes, all of them. Every brush I washed. All right, we'll go with this Rare Beauty, Ulta, whatever. It's this interesting angled brush. So yeah, I walked out of the collectible shop with $600 in my pocket and knew from my past research that I should be able to afford something that could shoot in 4K and that would have the kind of memory and the kind of processing power that I wanted. Now, I know nothing about video recording, okay? I know press the button, make sure light is good. I have a degree in photography, black and white, darkroom photography, film photography. You know, so you talk to me about contrast, you talk to me about white balance, you talk to me about lighting, all of that stuff. That's cool. Processing power, format, any of that stuff, nope. Turns my brain to jello. But we have a shop here that I've been doing business with since I was in college, and I trust them, and they were right down the street from my ceramics studio, and they closed at 6, and I was done in ceramics at 5. And lo and behold, I walked in and she gave me a couple options, and the camera that I ended up buying was a Nikon Z30. It just had a lot of what I wanted, and it was used, so it was less expensive. And then I ended up buying accessories. I bought a couple SD cards, and I bought a HDMI mini to an HDMI cord because this has an HDMI port, and my little cord adapter thing has an HDMI port on the bottom. I'm like, I don't know if that's going to be something I need, but I would rather have it and not need it than need it and not have it. That's so pretty. That's so pretty. All right. I'm going to throw some Make Blade Line in my brows. And I don't think I'm going to talk. I think I'm just going to do this and we'll speed through and I'll come back. Sisters, not twins. Oh my goodness. Okay. There we go. That is just the ABH Clear Brow Gel and the Make Blade Line in Soft Taupe. It is a lovely, easy, soft brow pencil. All right, blush. Let's do some blush. Let's do some blush. I'm going to use Spell here from RMS. This is their lip to cheek. So I got home and I told my mom the whole story. I mean, she was there when we were looking at the silver. She knew that it was something I was going to do, but she was just thrilled for me. And that was wonderful. Having a family member say, hey, I'm really happy that everything worked out. I've had a really rough week. I have severe scoliosis. One of the reasons I'm disabled. My spine is caving in on itself, and I need to have major surgery at the end of the summer. And then there's just, you know, there's other drama going on with family and yada, 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 yada. So for this, like, one really great thing to have come out of the blue, it just feels really good. And I honestly don't remember the last time I sat down and put on makeup and talked to a camera because I've been so uninspired lately. I've just been so uninspired and feeling crushed under the weight of our socioeconomic situation. Like, it is just absolutely destructive and my brain can't handle it. So I have been crafting. I have been learning new crafts. I have been divesting myself of other technologies that no longer serve me. I'm now using my grandfather's watch. I did not find it in the closet. It was somewhere else in the house, but I decided I was going to start using this instead of my smartwatch because my smartwatch was dying. I want a little bit of Merit Beauty Solo Shadow. My smartwatch was dying. It was not fully paid off yet. I buy my smartwatches through my mobile carrier, and they just add the price to your bill. And after about 2 years, it's paid off. But also after 2 years, it's dead. And I'm not okay with that. I'm just not okay with that. I started wearing one when I was working in retail and I needed to be reachable because I was my mother's emergency contact and she's, you know, also chronically ill and had a broken hip and all kinds of other stuff. So it was also my little FU to my boss, who was just this micromanaging troll. Oh, she was awful. And now she's going to be out of a job because Joann's is going out of business and there's no way the business I worked for is going to be able to function outside of Joann's. So I am having a little bit of Schadenfreude. Schadenfreude, which is a German word that means pleasure at the misfortune of others. And sometimes it's perfectly healthy. I'm just cleaning off. This is a Refer 32. I was just using these for blending. And then I decided to pick one up to use with these solo shadows. They're fabulous, but they do get a little gunky if you don't wipe them out afterwards. So I am divesting myself of technology. I'm taking classes. I just finished a 4-week fiber art class. Where am I doing? What am I doing? A little highlight and maybe a little more blush because blush. Oh, that's Maiden's blush. I want Crystal Slipper. I want Crystal Slipper. I'm also still getting to know the House Labs loose powder. I didn't do anything about Sephora or Ulta sales this year because I just didn't feel like it. I bought a couple things at each sale. Nothing terribly earth-shattering. I bought a new loose powder. I got the In Beauty Project sunscreen that's like also a skin tint. Why not? So far it's pretty. It might be a little too matte for me, but I might not be putting the right skincare underneath it. I don't know yet. I got a mini of the One Size fixing spray as opposed to a setting spray. This is alcohol based and is actually meant to like stick your makeup to your face. What else did I get at the Sephora sale? I don't remember. I bought a new eyeshadow primer. Oh, and a couple of these Sephora foot masks. I like these. You know, my feet get dry. So those are great. So yeah, super exciting. Super exciting stuff. What am I looking for? I'm looking for my sanity. I'm gonna go in with this Oma bronzer that's like impossibly light and beautiful. And I don't know if you can find this anymore, but dude, I freaking love this stuff. So I'm also taking like arts classes. So like I mentioned, the fiber class, pottery. I finally got myself into a pottery class and they tend to fill up pretty quickly. So I was thrilled to get myself into a regular wheel throwing class. And I tell you, when I'm not doing pottery, when I'm not sitting there at a pottery wheel working, it's where I want to be. We have open studio Mondays and then class on Thursdays. And I was convinced that because of the way my back works, I was not going to be able to comfortably sit at a wheel. It's the opposite. Sitting at a wheel allows my back to as long as I have the right situation to help my body work with it instead of against it. And it makes my pottery that much better. I've been having major problems getting like a 4-pound lump of clay centered in the wheel so I can actually work on it and it doesn't go whack, 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 whack. Yeah, that's actually what it does. I gotta whack, 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 whack. You know, whack, 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 whack. And I really like my instructor. He's a former art teacher. We have a fair amount to talk about. And in that space, I don't feel like I can just plug into my headphones and go because I need to ask for help. And when my hands are covered in clay, technology is not something that I can use. That was what led me to be like, you know what? I don't need to wear my smartwatch. I'd take it to class. I'd take it off. I'd get home. I'd get a notification that the battery was dying and I'd slap it on the charger. What good? Oh, wait, is this Maiden's Blush or Crystal Slipper? This is Maiden's Blush. Did I pull out Crystal Slipper? I did. It's under the lid for the powder because I'm talking and doing stuff at the same time. So pottery has just been a joy. I have one piece that is ready to fire. It's just a small little pot that I burnished so the outside has this really interesting texture. I made a little bowl and I went to go put it back on the wheel to clean up the bottom and foot it. Means like make it suitable. Does this have? Yeah, this has a little bit of a foot. This was my father's and I think it's beautiful. It's dusty and I need to clean it. So is this. This is his Olympus OM1. It does not work, but it's pretty to look at. So it's like, make myself an aesthetic background. All right. Like literally, I just wanted to put on the simplest, easiest face of makeup. And I think I'm pretty close. What else besides the pottery? So I have another piece that's like a pedestal plate. It's the base of like a cake plate that I threw yesterday. I'm excited about it. It was a little wonky, but we managed. You know, my instructor, like he started moving the wheel really slowly and at the same time had a hairdryer on the base so that where the plate connected to the pedestal, it wasn't sagging. So we'll see what that does. I'm excited to play with it. I want to get back in the studio like today. I want to be like, okay, I just want to go back to the studio and get back in there and play with my clay. This is my favorite powder brush and I could not find it. The pottery has just been an absolute revelation in that I was afraid of what my body would do. I really was. And my body has just been happy. It's been hurting. Like, I get home at the end of the day and I am sore. And I woke up today, and after figuring out how to adequately situate myself at the wheel, my glutes hurt. But that tells me they hurt evenly. They hurt evenly on both sides. So that tells me that what I'm doing is the right thing. I just need to build up the muscle strength to keep doing the right thing. I want a little bit of eyeliner. I think I might want a little bit of eyeliner. Let me see what I've got. And I think I want like a pop of blush, pop of color. But let me see what I do as far as eyeliner. Oh, I know what I want. Where are you, you little stinker? I want a green eyeliner. And the first one that came to mind was Ivy by L'Oreal. I can't find my pencil sharpener. I have one. It's a nice one. It's a good one. It's from NARS. Found it. It was in the wrong drawer. Wrong drawer. Wrong drawer. I am an adult, but that's okay. All right, give this a little twisty twist. So what else have I been doing? So the pottery has been like the thing that gives me the serotonin. It really has been. I did a little fiber arts class where we learned needle felting. Oh my God, I will insert the picture of all the little creatures we made in our needle felting class. It was like 6 women, and we just had so much fun. Most of these classes are just through my local Parks and Rec department, and they don't cost much. I have noticed that some of them creeping up in price. There's a watercolor class that I wanted to take that was $125. I was like, what the dickens is this? Refer 03? And just left that out a little bit. I like that. It's weird. I'm looking in my monitor and there's like this yellow square that keeps bouncing from eye to eye. It's going to take some getting used to, but I'm excited about it. Good kind of getting used to. Not the kind that I'm going to have in the summer, at the end of the summer, where I have to like learn how to move all over again. I'm having a fusion from T3, so like between the bra straps, all the way down to my pelvis and then across. So I will no longer be able to twist through my waist or bend. So that will be interesting. In the meantime, right now, I am taking an adult swim class because I know how to swim. I know how to swim for survival, and I know even how to swim for fun. What I don't know is how to swim for exercise. I get in the pool and I want to swim laps. I did not know how to get that stroke, stroke, breathe, stroke, stroke, breathe, and like how to move the shoulders so that the rest of the body follows. And then there's like the backstroke where you're doing like chicken, eagle, snake, chicken, eagle, snake. Like there's motions that I didn't know how to do properly. And when you're swimming for exercise, I feel like you want to get the most bang for your buck. Buck. Chicken. Yes, I'm hysterical today. Oh, you know what? I just did that purple liner, that black colors, green liner, and I forgot I had this Charlotte Tilbury guy in my project pan, and I might go over that because I feel like that green looks a little ashy. It is not terribly flattering. Maybe I'm used to Gamma from Make Beauty, which is a little brighter. And I know that putting pink over green is going to make brown, but at least it'll be a pretty brown. So yeah, there's 4 adult women in my class, and we're all kind of in the same place, just trying to learn basic swim strokes. And the guys teaching us are adorable. They're high school seniors that make me feel very old. I like that better. I like that better. Okay. So while it's on my mind, I think I'm going to declutter Ivy from L'Oreal. I think it's going to go in the declutter pile. It's just not what I want in a green eyeliner anymore. It's not what I want in a green eyeliner. It's just a little too sooty. Little extra pop of blush. And you know what I got? I have this from Armani. if you saw the video I did where I was playing with a whole bunch of new blushes, this was the only powder and I didn't get to playing with it. So we're going to do that now. Where's my little brush? So this is shade 60. I'm not sure what the color shade is, what the shade name is, but it's number 60. It's the Armani Luminous Silk. This is a very expensive formula, but I got it with a bunch of other beautiful blushes. And honestly, I haven't really played with that many. All right, we're going to go just up here, swoopity swoop. A little bit more shaping. Pretty. I like that very much. So I think I remember seeing Khaki Reviews Beauty talk about this being the pound for pound, the most expensive blush at Sephora. I believe it. I believe it. Even more expensive than the like shrinkflation-esque House Labs blushes. Which, yeah, I love a smaller blush because it's something that fits in my storage and then I can use it up. But I hate that they shrunk them so much, by more than 50%, and the price only went down by like $4 or $5. Asinine. Way to like milk your customers for every penny they're worth. How are you feeling about that? I want a little powder bronzer. What do I want? Do I want the Gucci? The Gucci is all I have in front of me, so yeah, we'll go with the Gucci. I had to rearrange a dentist cleaning. I had to reschedule a dental cleaning on the phone with this person. And I'm like, thank you so much for all your help. She's like, oh, you're Gucci. No worries. I'm like, I'm what? I'm what? Apparently Gucci is now slang for like, hey, you're cool, you're fine. Like, that was my interpretation of what she said. Oh, I like that very, very much, Lee. Very nice. All right, 2 more steps here. I do just want to take a dry sponge and go into the Makeup by Mario Soft Sculpt Skin Enhancer and just put some on the dry sponge. Go over this a little bit to wake it up. I feel like I put a lot of powder and it's affecting the texture on the cheek. I love this method. It's great. It makes so much sense. And like, yo, I don't want to say I did it first, but I've been layering powders under liquids and creams for the longest time. Yes. Very happy with that. That's cute. Makes me feel good. It's a little springtime, a little brightening to the face. I'm going to throw on some mascara. So here's the deal. I'm going swimming in about 2 hours. I have my swim class tonight. And I wear goggles. The last time I wore goggles with the Milani highly rated tubing, they kind of came off inside my goggles as water got in there. I am getting better about getting a better seal. So maybe I'll try this again and we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. All right. I will say this mascara gets very dramatic very fast. I don't always intend to have super spidery, splinky lashes, but if that is the way of it, then I guess right now I've just got to embrace it. Oh yay, I just blinked and saw a bunch of mascara transfer to my lower lid. That's fun. It's fine. It scrapes right off. It's the great thing about mascara. You let it dry, it comes right off. Oh, all right, y'all. So there you go. You can see the texture. I love that I now have a mirror, a camera that you can see my face, see my texture. It does not look like I just smeared Vaseline on my lens, which I love. I don't use filters. I don't use anything like that. And it's not because I don't want to, it's just that I don't know how. And I'm fine with that because it's a new thing. This is still new to me. I've only been doing this 18 months and it's still new. And that's kind of what's enjoyable and exciting. So If I did not finish any tangents, I will try. Try in the next one. I get myself started and then I forget where I am. It's called ADHD, and it can be entertaining. I'm not going to go so far as to say that ADHD is enjoyable. It can be entertaining. That is going to do it for today's video, folks. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for your patience. Thank you so much just for all your encouragement. If you are new, my name is Rachel. I'm neurodivergent. I'm an artist. I'm also disabled, and a lot of the makeup and a lot of the content that I make is filtered through those lenses. So I swear to God, my brain is leaking out my ears today. I hope you are taking care of yourselves so you can take care of each other, and I will see you all in my next one. Bye, friends. First video with new camera.